We were working in the same company, in the same city, and so naturally we would run into each other. I was persistent, and after about 2 months, she finally said, okay. I didn't even care that the lights weren't on. I was just happy that you showed up. To me, that December 3rd was the day that started it all. So in my mind, that was the day that brought us together. All right. So from here, we're going to talk about the second half of the story on how we met. Yuka and I were dating. We're still in Okayama. And so after 6 months, her boss brought her into a meeting and said, you are going to be transferred.
そうね。
You're going to be transferred to Takamatsu. And if you look,
香川ね。
Kagawa, yeah. So if you look on the map, Kagawa and Okayama, it looks very close, but there is an actual sea running running in between. And so I'm like, oh no. We have been literally hanging out with each other every single day. And now she was being ripped away from me and brought to another island. And I would not get to spend every day with you. And so at first I was like, okay, it's going to be fine. You know, a long distance relationship. We're going to get through this. And I was being very cool about it, right? And of course, I'm sure you were sad too, but it's just something you have to do. If your company tells you to transfer, you have to transfer, right? I was trying to be strong about it. And I still remember this. I was at the supermarket one evening. This was before she left for Takamatsu. And so she asked me, hey, get this and this and this. I'm going to make dinner tonight. So I said, great. And I remember going to the supermarket. I'm not a good cook, but around that time, Yuko was trying really hard to teach me how to cook. And I have lots of nice, fond memories of that. So I was at the supermarket by myself and I was picking up food. And when I went to grab the butter that she asked for, I don't know why, but suddenly it hit me and I just lost it. And I started crying like I had never cried before. I'm not a crier. Like, I don't cry at movies or anything, but I think when I took that butter, I was like, is this going to be the last time that I get to have dinner with Yuka? Is this going to be the last time she's going to teach me how to make dinner? And then all those memories of the past 6 months just flooded back, and then I just couldn't stop crying. And all the way home, I was riding my bicycle, and I just couldn't stop crying. And when I got home, and then you were there, again, I just couldn't help it. I was like, I'm not going to cry, I'm not going to cry. And then I just lost it. Do you have any memories about that?
最初に思ったのは、まあ行きたくないなっていうのはあったよね。本当に結構毎日ぐらい会ってたから、仕事の後とかも。なんかもうそれが当たり前になってきてたから、まあ単純に寂しくなるなというか、会えなくなる距離的な問題で、どうなるんだろうっていうのあった。この先。
But I'm going to be honest, at that time I knew like, oh, she's the one. There's nobody else. And so I was determined to make it work, even if she was in Shikoku. This is where technology really saved us, because around this time, of course, internet has been a thing, but we had an amazing technology known as Skype. Skype. And so I had a laptop, she had a laptop, and literally every single night after work, we would open up our computers, we would hook up on Skype, and then we would chat. Or we would just do random things, but we would always have Skype on. In fact, when we went to sleep...
そうだね。ずっとつけたまま寝てたよね。
That's right, that's right.
最初は多分そのまま寝ちゃったかなんかかな。
Maybe the first few times. But I definitely remember each other saying like, good night with Skype on.
で、起きてもいるんだよね。だから
Yeah, so first thing, like, are you awake yet? So it was literally like we were sleeping next to each other. And so even though she did transfer to another city, we were able to recreate the feeling of just being together all the time. And so I really think Skype saved our relationship, right?
すごい、スカイプの技術。
Once in a while we'd hear these sounds like beep, 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 beep.
そうそう、ハウリングする。
But yeah, all of that was a very good memory.
あとは勝手に切れたりするから。
Sometimes, yeah, you'd wake up and she'd be gone and then we'd have to connect back. So that lasted for about 6 months, every day just hanging out on Skype. And then that was when I decided that I wanted her to marry me. And so what I did was I asked my sister Meg, like, hey, do you know where I can buy engagement rings? And she said, oh, I know a good website. And I was like, oh, okay. Let me purchase it. Wait a minute, I don't know her finger size. So one day when I was in Takamatsu in her place, I went and searched while she was in the shower or something. I went and found another ring of hers. And I took the ring, and then with a pencil, I just circled it. Put the paper, hid it in my pocket, pretended like nothing happened. And then I went home and then I measured it, and then I was able to purchase the right engagement ring size.
全然知らなかった。
That's right. It was a diamond ring. And then I said, okay, I'm going to make it special. I'm going to propose to her. Did you feel that I was going to propose around that time?
ね、全然
No?
全く。
Well, first of all, I needed to decide when I was going to do it. And I already had in mind, okay, December 3rd is a very special day for us. What if I proposed to her on December 3rd, and it would officially become a very special day for us? And so I said, okay, let me check my calendar, December 3rd. That is a Thursday. And of course, I was working Okayama, she was working Takamatsu. And so it wasn't like a weekend where I could propose, but I was like, no, I'm determined to make this work. I'm determined to propose on this day. And so it was a rainy day. After work, I finished around 8 o'clock, and then I jumped right on the train. And then I didn't tell her I was coming. I remember having that ring in my pocket. I'm all nervous. Okay, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to say. I finally get to her apartment. It was a Leo Palace, this really tiny place on the third floor.
ちっちゃいアパートね。
Ring the doorbell. She doesn't answer. I'm like,
Because だってそんな夜中に来る人いないからね、怖かったんだよ。
yeah. So I had to call out like, Yuka. Finally, she opens the door, and she's like, what are you doing here? What? Right? I'm sure you're happy, but also very surprised and shocked. And then I didn't say much because I already had something important I had to say. And so I got down on one knee and I said, will you marry me? And I think I said it in English, right?
Yes.
And of course, she didn't answer. She never answers very quickly. But she's just like, ah. And then I had to ask, like, oh, will you marry me? And then finally she said,
Yes.
yes. So Yuka, how did you feel when I got down on one knee?
本当に普通の日だったから来るっても思ってなかった。別にだからスカイプ立ち上げてたんだよその時に。でも出ないなと思って。全然なんか答えないなと思っておかしいなと思ってて、すごい一番最初本当に驚いた。でもなんかそれまで結婚する話とか一緒にいるんだろうなっていうような話はちょっとずつしてたよね。でもなんかこの日とかこのタイミングとか何ヶ月後とかそういう具体的な話を全くしてなかったから最初に思ったことは本当に驚いたっていうのがだから多分すごいびっくりした顔してたと思うなんか
Yeah, you're just surprised that I was there, right?
そう、でもまあ単純に嬉しかったし、もう本当に一緒になることも考えてたからこのタイミングで言ってくれるんだっていう本当になんか嬉しいのと感動したのと、ただすごい変な格好だったんだよねその時だから
So was I. I wasn't wearing a suit or anything.
すっごい変な格好のジャージのさ、しかもなんかもう上と下なんかバラバラのジャージの変なの着てたから感動もしたしすごく嬉しかったけど、なんか綺麗なキラキラしたような感じのあれじゃないよね、日常の中のサプライズっていう感じだよね。
We actually have that on video.
I know.
Yeah.
Because I saw that the camera what is that? Like this.
Yeah. I wasn't planning on being a YouTuber at the time, but it was definitely a moment that I wanted to capture. It was raining. I was really afraid my camera would get wet, but I set it up on the corner there, hoping she wouldn't see it. But as soon as she opened the door, she noticed, like, what's going on? What's that camera?
First time I said that.
Really ruined the moment. But yeah, I'm glad I have that. And so we're going to run that for you here. Please let us know in the comments what you think. Was it a good proposal? Could it have been better? I don't know. But like I said, I'm glad we had that moment captured. So how did I do? Was it an okay proposal?
Okay.
So after the proposal, we made a lot of wedding plans, and we decided to get married in Hawaii.
Yeah.
With our family and a select group of friends, and it was one of the best memories I've ever had. It was wonderful, right?
Yes. Why choose Hawaii?
Why choose Hawaii? I don't know. Because you said you wanted to go?
それもあったけど、なんか言ってたじゃん。 いつも日本だったら日本語でかっこよく対応してるところ見せられないけど、アメリカに行ったらすごい何でもできるから英語でって。
So we got married officially on
December 3rd?
That's right, December 3rd. So our first date was on December 3rd, my proposal was on December 3rd, and our wedding was on December 3rd. And so yeah, December 3rd is a very special day for us. And in fact, this December 3rd is going to be our 10th anniversary. It's already been 10 years, huh?
あっという間だね。
A lot has happened during those 10 years, but it's been an amazing 10 years. I'm so glad that I chose this woman to be my wife. Okay, so I hope that was enjoyable for you. And so as promised, here you go. We're going to play that video for you now. Please enjoy.
Bye.
今日は12月3日12時です。
何したの？何したの？
なんで？
何やってんの？何あれ？仕事だ。休んでたの？なんで？